Welcome back now once again, of course, Eid Mubarak to all those who celebrate currently. But while we celebrate the public holidays across the country, there's a part of Nigeria that is making a lot of noise today, and they have done this for decades. But in the last couple of years, the Ojude Oba Festival has become almost sort of a national grabbing attention thing. A lot of us pay attention to whether it's the fashion and the culture and the regalia and just the display of pride from the Ijebu people. And we're going to be talking about that today on the show. I'm joined here now by a cultural festival consultant and CEO of InfoGem, Otumba Ayodele Olumoko. Thanks a lot for being here today. Fresh from the festival.
Yes.
Please show them the program so that they know that we are not playing.
The brochure.
This is Ojude Oba 2025.
2025.
So you're just coming from there. Now, how's this year been? The festival this year. Even if we had to drag you out.
No. It's been an yes. At least they got to the extent where the horsemen, the Balogus are coming out, and I know I have to quickly move because of this. Well, this year has been an improvement on last year.
Okay.
Especially the VVIP area, that used to be very hot, is now condoned off.
We saw a lot of sponsors this year, so there's a lot of money that came in, maybe.
It's not about money.
Okay.
If you really want to look at it, it's not about money. It's about the Jebu's awareness and then their hospitality and their intention to ensure that people are well, especially that VVIP are not sweating and they're well taken care of. And then if you also look at the floor of the stadium, it is all red, well carpeted.
So
like when you have these.
Things are way better now.
Very, very better.
Awesome.
And of course, there are goodies to be taken away from all sponsors that you
didn't bring for us.
No, have it.
Before we get to all the goodies and all of that, a lot of people started, at least outside of Yoruba land in particular, maybe especially younger people now, because of social media, I started hearing about this maybe in the last 2-3 years, because they see people post it on social media and a few pictures go viral. But people don't know how much history there is behind this. So just give us a brief idea of how long this has gone on for, and is this a fashion event or a cultural event? Because people might mistake both.
First of all, it's not a fashion event. It's purely cultural event. Because if you want to distinguish between fashion and culture, you see that fashion is something that is aesthetics that is just being done. Whereas culture is the way of life of the people, how they've been, what they're doing. And that is how Ojude Oba has been. Ojude Oba has been in existence for the past since 1780.
Wow, that's centuries.
Yes, century. And it all came about it was not really planned for. It came about by the warlord called Balogun Kuku, who became a Muslim. He took on the Islamic religion. And because he's a very veritable warlord, he converted, not by force. He's also very present. He's also economically viable, very resilient. He converted 80% of all the Jebus. He converted it to Islam. And then he just felt, well, after about celebrating the Eid Kabir for about 4 or 5 years, he said, whew. And then people are always coming to his end. Whereas people are not, patronizing the palace. Then I felt, no. The Kabiyesi is the paramount ruler of this land. We should be going to the Kabiyesi to showcase who we are. So he now took all the Muslim people, third day after the Ilia festival, after everybody had really had their salah something, he now took them, informed the Kabiyesi that they would like to come. Initially Kabiyesi was looking at, I hope it's not that people will now start coming with a lot of things, Togri and whatever. But at the end of the day, they visited the Kabiyesi and they were so excited. Because if you look at that festival, it's not a festival of gifts. It's a festival of camaraderie, a festival of happiness, a festival of unity, And of course, it is seen more or less like their whole new year. And people come
Everybody
from
comes back together.
come far and wide
Yeah.
to be there.
Yeah.
So hence it enhances the unity
Yeah.
of the Ijebus.
I like the word camaraderie there because that, I mean, we can see it on TV now. You know, we see everybody dressed in different I think there are different houses.
Yes,
Let me using the English parlance. Different houses dressed in uniforms or in their colors or ashwebis or whatever the case may be. How has it changed over the years though? Because you know we see this now. I'm sure a lot of what you're wearing now didn't exist in the 17th century, for example. But in more modern times, especially in the last maybe decade, with technology, with television, with tourism, what changes have you noticed? Maybe from like the 70s and 80s when you were going back then and now that you're maybe happy about?
You see, what has really changed is the aesthetics. You know, initially, because the festival is usually performed in the forefront of the palace.
Okay.
But you know, later it became
too big.
And then during the era of Governor Benga Daniel, he had some words with the KBC, and the KBC said that they would like him to have a stadium in front of his house, which is still Ojude Oba, which is Ita Oba, you know, and that is why Benga Daniel built that. And since then, a lot of things, a lot of changes have been there. The Regberegbers who are the age group have been dressing.
That the people will see in uniforms,
the
right?
People in uniform are the Regberegbers, that the age groups, you know, 2 years age groups. Okay. That's why you see them coming out in a lot of camaraderie, and then they're always doing what they're doing. And then, of course, the organizers now, those are the committees that the KBC, that the palace put in place. They now bring in a kind of competitive something by ensuring that, if you dress very well, if you perform very well, if you do this very well, you'll be given a present. So they have first, second, third.
So everybody's now trying to be their best.
Everybody are now trying to ensure that they do all that they needed to do, you know, from within themselves.
Yeah.
Most of those people that you see, most of their dresses, they will have been sewing it from January, February, March.
Waiting for this?
Oh, yes. People come from all over.
Yeah.
But you see, the new thing that has really come in now is that a lot of people, different people who are not even the Jebus, now come down. Majority, that one has been on for over 20 years.
Yeah.
That people have been coming in. And then that's within Nigeria, domestically. But of course, now that within the last 7 years, we have had more participation from
international.
Outside Nigeria.
If I'm not an Ijebu person, can I be part of a regular?
Oh, there are so many Igbos because you.
Can I be part of a regular? Can I dress as one of these people and sit down there? you're welcome to everybody.
No. You see, it's open to everybody.
Okay.
But you can dress and come and be at your best.
Okay. But
like today, there is one Gen Z. There is a lady Gen Z, yes. Just like he did like Oreagba.
Yeah.
You know, the Oreagba started last year with the smoking something and what have you. Yes. But you will see more about that lady. Gen Z, she came all the way from England.
Oh, really?
Yes. She came all the way from England and she took the show. So by next year, you'll see more invention, more innovations of people coming in. And then this year, one other thing that really happened is on my way coming, I discovered that, you know, this is more or less like the Durbar in the north.
Yes.
And because of the camaraderie and the ethnicity, you know, that is very favorable, that is there, we saw some Hausa people also riding horses on the streets of...
With the festival?
Yes. I will have shown you the clip.
Oh, nice.
But outside the main palace...
So it's not just uniting the Ijebu, it's all of Nigeria.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. You know, where they are is the roots. But outside, there are other things that is actually really going on.
Do you worry, though, about, you know, I mean, we all want our culture to travel, right? So it's a good thing that the world is paying attention. At least every time the Ojude Oba festival is going on, the whole world is paying attention now. We're seeing the display of culture. But do you worry about what, you know, overexposure, tourism, commercialization can do to this festival, where it starts to lose what it actually is about? Because when I started this interview, I did ask, is it a fashion event or a cultural event? Because there are people who might start mistaking it for that. Oh, I'll just wear a agbada and go and snap picture at this festival. Do you worry that it might start losing what it actually is about if people don't pay attention enough?
No. No. There is no. We're not really bothered about that, because the Yoruba says that a culture or a tradition where you did not behave to the younger ones, just go into extinction. You understand? People of other religion, because this is not about Islam. It's more now of even Christians and the traditional believers and the Muslims that are really coming around. And you see, this modern trend of corporate people coming in, it's a good thing that is rubbing favorably on the festival.
Yeah.
And as you can see, there's, of course, the trend, like in the past, there are always town criers. But now what do we use? We use the media, we use the social media, and then there is awareness, and people, and then the social media people always take what they feel will suit their audience. And so that does not really infiltrate into what the Ojude Yoruba is all about. Because you see, the Ojude Yoruba is just for the Baloguns and every Ijebu guy, people to come around and pay obeisance to the KBC.
Yeah.
And when the program starts like that, all these events that we are seeing, you can see that they are going around. When they get to the front of where the KBC is, their leader, who is always called Giwa, you can call him president, you can call him chairman, will go with about 3 or 4 people, will go to the KBC and in a traditional way prostrate, and then the KBC will pray for them. Each and every one of them.
So that's still very significant.
So it is still veritable and it's still there. So there is no mixture of anything to it.
Yeah.
But you can't see anybody wearing suit or wearing tie or wearing, it's agbada. You understand?
All the way.
It's a tradition.
I agree with you.
And of course, if you look at it, you want to look at the commerce and everything. It enhances the commerce. People are buying, you buy beads, you buy a lot of things.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when people are leaving, they buy. There are some people, this is when they make their billions of naira.
For the year.
For the year.
Yes.
People that sell artifacts, people that fabrics,
Ashoke.
even people that are doing baking, akara, bread sellers, and if you want the best of Gari Jabu, this is
right here. Yeah, very good marketing. Well, I guess what you're saying
it's
is
not
true.
marketing. It's
because the culture is still the culture.
Yes,
the social media is probably just helping it get exposed to younger people and the world, and I think that's not a loss in any way. Correct me if I'm wrong. You led your Osun Osogbo festival?
No, I didn't lead your Osun Osogbo festival.
Were you a part of it at any point?
I didn't lead the Osun Osogbo festival. You see, that's one of the things we need to correct.
Yes.
The Osun Osogbo festival is the way of life of the Osogbo people.
Yes.
You understand?
Okay.
The person that led the Osun Osogbo festival is the Atauja of Osogbo land. That's the king of Osogbo land. And then we have those, because that one is purely traditional festival.
Yes.
That one has other people that performs as it. You have the virgin votary maid, who is the Aruba, But of course, I am one of those that champion.
Okay, you champion.
I champion the selling of our tradition to Nigeria.
Yeah.
And that is where I actually really started from.
Yeah.
About 31 years ago.
Yeah.
My corporate organization happened to be the ones that are marketing it.
Oh, okay.
At that stage, initially, it was very, very difficult because, you go to a corporate organization, come and support Osun Osogbo, they will say, some people will say, no. Another people will say,
we don't want...
The people will say, the Christians will say, God forbid. You understand?
Yeah.
But you see, with the way and manner that we have done the marketing, we are the marketing consultants.
People understand that it's more about the culture now.
Of the culture, because we have to bring in things that will enhance, the Osun Osogbo festival. Like other things like playing of games, programs for the youth, program for the children, program for the women, program for men, Ayolopo game, something, football, you know, and then we brought in the musical concerts where different musicians from different genre of music come in and play all day for almost about 1 week, 2 weeks, you know. Of course, that adds to the economic value of Ojude Festival.
Thank you very much, sir. Looking forward to seeing all of the visuals.
Right now, we're doing Olojo Festival.
Okay.
You know, we're the consultant to the to the Oni of Ife since he came in as the.
So you do a lot of this sort of consulting.
Oh yes, that's what we are.
You know, to sell the culture.
We are the made integrated marketing communication people in Nigeria.
Awesome.
We get not only corporate being, we get people that are really inclined, you know, to support our culture, and then we let them know that this thing, yes, there are adherents that are there, but there are people who just want to be there and do the cultural and tourism things.
Thank you very much, sir. Looking forward to all of your good work, and of course, congrats to the Jebu people and everybody who's attending the Ojude Festival currently, and we're looking forward to all the visuals and continue to celebrate Nigerian culture for us. Thanks for all you do.
Yes, I want to also thank you for promoting culture and tradition.
Very important.
You know, which is also what we're looking at. It takes most of our people out of the, most of our younger ones out of the things that are bad and they feel there.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. Please stay with us.